In the vibrant village of Idem, surrounded by lush forests and rolling hills, there lived a young woman named Nkem. Nkem was the daughter of the village chief, known for her beauty and grace. Her family was respected and wealthy, and her future seemed secure. However, Nkem had a secret. She was deeply in love with Chika, a humble farmer's son who lived on the outskirts of the village. Chika was hardworking and kind-hearted, spending his days tending to the crops and caring for his family's animals. Despite their different social standings, Nkem and Chika had grown close while helping each other with village tasks. Their friendship blossomed into a secret love, filled with stolen moments and whispered dreams of a future together. One day, Nkem and Chika met by the riverbank, a place where they often went to be alone. Nkem had a troubled look on her face. "Chika," she said softly, "I'm afraid our love is forbidden. My father has promised me to a wealthy prince from a distant land. If he finds out about us, it will bring shame to my family." Chika took her hand, his eyes filled with sadness. "I love you, Nkem, and I cannot bear the thought of losing you. But we must be careful. The villagers might not understand, and your father's anger could be fierce." As the days passed, the pressure on Nkem grew. Her father, Chief Obi, announced the upcoming marriage to the prince, and preparations for the grand wedding began. The village was abuzz with excitement, but Nkem's heart was heavy with sorrow. She and Chika continued their secret meetings, planning ways to escape together. One evening, as Nkem was preparing for a traditional festival in honor of the prince, she overheard a conversation between her father and the village oracle. The oracle spoke of an ancient curse tied to their family's royal lineage, a curse that could only be broken by a true act of love. Nkem realized that the curse had been the source of her family's troubles for generations, including the forced marriage. Desperate to uncover the truth, Nkem decided to confront the oracle. She sneaked away from the palace and found the oracle in a secluded hut. The oracle, an elderly woman with wise eyes, welcomed Nkem and listened to her plea. "The curse has bound your family for centuries," the oracle explained. "To break it, you must prove your love and defy the expectations placed upon you." Armed with this knowledge, Nkem returned to Chika with a renewed sense of purpose. They planned to run away on the night of the festival, when the village would be distracted by the celebrations. They knew that their love was the key to breaking the curse and freeing their families from the burden of the past. As the festival began, Nkem and Chika made their way to the edge of the village. They encountered a series of obstacles, wild animals, treacherous paths, and a group of villagers who had discovered their plan. Each challenge tested their resolve and love for each other. With the help of a few loyal friends who believed in their love, Nkem and Chika managed to escape the village and journey into the unknown. They traveled through dense forests, over mountains, and across rivers, always with the hope that their love would break the curse and bring a new beginning for them and their families. Their journey was filled with trials, but their love remained strong. Nkem and Chika faced many dangers, but their bond helped them overcome each obstacle. As they continued their journey, they discovered more about the curse and how their love was intertwined with their destiny. One night, while resting by a campfire, Nkem shared her thoughts with Chika. "I believe that our love is powerful enough to change our fate. We must find a way to break the curse and show that true love can overcome any obstacle." Chika nodded, his eyes filled with determination. "We will face whatever comes our way, for I believe in us and in the strength of our love." As they pressed on, they encountered new friends who guided them and offered their support. The journey was long and arduous, but Nkem and Chika remained hopeful, knowing that their love was a force to be reckoned with. As they reached the edge of a mystical land, they found themselves at the heart of a hidden temple. The temple was said to hold the key to breaking the curse and freeing their families from its grip. Nkem and Chika knew that their greatest challenge awaited them inside the temple, but they were ready to face it together. With hearts full of courage and love, they stepped into the temple, prepared to confront the final trials and unlock the secrets that would determine their future. As Nkem and Chika entered the hidden temple, they were met with an otherworldly silence. The air was thick with ancient magic, and the walls were adorned with intricate carvings that glowed softly in the dim light. The temple seemed to hum with a mysterious energy, and a sense of both awe and apprehension filled them. In the center of the temple, a grand altar stood, covered with dust and cobwebs. On the altar lay an ancient book bound in one leather. Surrounding the book were shimmering symbols and strange artifacts. Nkem and Chika approached cautiously, their footsteps echoing softly in the vast chamber. As they reached the altar, the book began to glow with a gentle light. Nkem reached out and opened it, revealing pages filled with ancient scripts and symbols. The text seemed to come alive, shifting and changing as they tried to decipher it. Suddenly, a deep rumbling sound echoed through the temple. The walls began to shake, and the ground trembled beneath their feet. A hidden door on the far side of the chamber creaked open, revealing a dark passageway. "We must go through there," Chika said, his voice steady despite the chaos around them. "It might lead us to what we need to break the curse." Nkem nodded, gripping Chika's hand tightly. Together, they ventured into the dark passageway, which was narrow and winding. The passage seemed to stretch endlessly, and eerie whispers filled the air. The temperature dropped, and their breath became visible in the cold air. After what felt like hours, they reached the end of the passage and emerged into a hidden chamber. This chamber was different from the first. It was filled with a swirling mist and glowing crystals embedded in the walls. In the center of the chamber was a large, ornate mirror framed with gold and precious stones. The mirror shimmered with a dazzling light, casting reflections that seemed to dance and shift. As they approached the mirror, they noticed that it wasn't just reflecting their images but also showing glimpses of their past and future. Scenes of their village, their families, and their journey flashed before their eyes. In the reflection, Nkem saw a vision of her father, Chief Obi, and the prince. They were discussing something urgently, their faces filled with concern. Nkem's heart ached as she realized that her father might be searching for her, worried about her safety. Chika noticed a small, ornate box on a pedestal beside the mirror. The box was decorated with the same symbols they had seen in the book. As he opened it, a warm, golden light emanated from within. Inside the box were two ancient rings, each with a glowing gem set into it. Nkem and Chika exchanged puzzled looks. "What are these?" Nkem asked, her voice tinged with wonder. The mirror began to speak in a soft, echoing voice. "These rings are the key to breaking the curse. They must be worn together by those who truly love each other and are willing to face their deepest fears." The voice continued, "To break the curse, you must use the rings to reveal the truth hidden in the heart of the forest. Only by confronting the darkest secrets of your past can you truly free your families from the curse's grip." Nkem and Chika took the rings and placed them on their fingers. As they did, the mirror's surface rippled and changed, showing a new vision. They saw a dark, foreboding forest, and at its center was a massive, gnarled tree with roots that seemed to twist and writhe. The vision faded, and the mirror's voice spoke again. "The heart of the forest holds the final test. You must face the trials within and uncover the truth to break the curse." Determined and resolute, Nkem and Chika left the chamber and made their way back through the winding passage and into the main temple. The rumbling had ceased, and the temple was eerily quiet once more. They knew that their journey was far from over. The heart of the forest awaited them, and they had to uncover the final secrets to save their families and their village. With the rings glowing softly on their fingers, they set out once more, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As they approached the forest, the shadows seemed to deepen, and the atmosphere grew heavy with anticipation. The path ahead was shrouded in mystery, but Nkem and Chika were determined to confront the darkness and reveal the truth that lay hidden in the heart of the forest. Their love, tested by trials and obstacles, remained their guiding light. Together, they ventured into the unknown, ready to confront the final challenge that would determine their fate and the fate of their families. Nkem and Chika entered the dark forest, where the trees seemed to close in around them, their branches twisting like skeletal fingers. The air was thick with a mist that obscured their path and made it difficult to see. Every step they took echoed eerily through the quiet woods. Following the vision from the mirror, they walked deeper into the forest until they reached the massive now tree. Its roots twisted around the ground like serpents, and its trunk was covered in ancient runes. The tree seemed to pulse with a dark energy. Nkem and Chika approached cautiously, holding each other's hands tightly for reassurance. As they neared the tree, a shadowy figure emerged from behind it. It was a dark spirit, much like the one they had encountered in the temple. The spirit's eyes glowed with an ominous light, and it spoke in a voice that was both haunting and powerful. "You have come to face the curse," it said. "To break it, you must confront your deepest fears and reveal the truth." Nkem and Chika stepped forward, their hearts pounding. The dark spirit began to show them visions of their past, the pain, the struggles, and the sacrifices they had made. Nkem saw her father's unyielding expectations and the loneliness she felt in her royal duties. Chika saw his family's struggles and the weight of societal judgment. These visions were deeply unsettling, but they knew they had to face them. Summoning their courage, Nkem and Chika spoke honestly about their fears and the secrets they had kept from each other. They confessed their doubts, their worries about the future, and their deep love for one another. As they spoke, the dark spirit's form began to waver, and the shadows around them started to recede. The gnarled tree's trunk cracked open, revealing a hidden chamber filled with light. Inside, they found an ancient scroll and a glowing crystal. The scroll contained the story of their family's histories and the origins of the curse. It revealed that the curse was a result of a betrayal from long ago, when a royal ancestor had wronged the humble farmer. The curse was meant to balance the scales, but true love could break it. With the scroll and crystal in hand, Nkem and Chika returned to their village. They gathered the villagers and the elders, including Chief Obi, and shared the truth they had learned. The revelation was met with shock and disbelief, but it also brought a sense of understanding and healing. Chief Obi, moved by the truth and by his daughter's bravery, agreed to lift the restrictions placed upon Nkem. He acknowledged the importance of love and the need to look beyond social status. The village was united in celebrating Nkem and Chika's love, and the curse was finally lifted. The once dark forest began to bloom with new life, and the villagers rejoiced as peace was restored to Idam. Nkem and Chika were celebrated not just for their love but for their courage in facing the truth and breaking the curse that had haunted their families for generations. As Nkem and Chika began their new life together, they reflected on their journey and the lessons they had learned. They realized that true love is not just about romance but about facing challenges, embracing the truth, and overcoming the darkest fears. Moral lesson: love has the power to conquer even the greatest of obstacles, but it must be accompanied by truth, courage, and a willingness to confront and heal past wrongs.